Those of y'all that don't know, I do work in real estate. I work in a affordable housing development. And for those of you that don't know what affordable housing is, it's basically real estate that basically a place that people can call home at a very affordable price. So the way this metric is kind of calculated, it's based on area median income. So depending on what area you live in, whatever the case may be, let's say you live in Dallas or something like that, and the area median income of a household of four, which is what the metric goes based on. Let's say the average median income of four is $100,000. You have apartments or homes for families that make 30% of that 100,000, 40% of that 100,000, 50% of that 100,000, 60% of that 100,000, and 80% of that 100,000. So that 30%, $30,000, 40%, 40,000, 50%, 50,000, 60%, 60,000, 80% is 80,000. And as I'm starting to progress in my career or whatever have you, nigga, this shit is not sweet. This shit is not sweet. There are so many rules and regulations as to what you can and cannot do in this niche, and now I understand why developers they get headaches with dealing with different municipalities, housing authorities, federal home loan banks, whatever the case may be. I understand why developers have these issues on a daily basis, no matter what it is. Obviously, your numbers matter. Obviously, you want to have your equity and debt in place. You obviously want to have these minute things that add up to what a development really consists of. But a lot of these intricate details really happen from a housing authority, because the housing authority is the one that gives you tax credits, number one. And number two, you have to make sure your site is a viable option for that community. If that community doesn't necessarily need what you're trying to build, then you can't just put anything in any city just because you feel like it. There has to be stuff written in the city's implementation plan that states that they need affordable housing. Now, with there being a housing shortage of over 5 million units, obviously it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier, but it's a lot easier said than done. And as I'm kind of like learning and working through this shit, like, this shit is not built for the weak. Obviously, I'm a cold nigga, so that's why I'm doing this shit. But I say that to say is that if you want to be in real estate, go do the market rate shit. Go do the market rate shit. Make more money. There's just a lot more flexibility with building regulation, building code, architecture, energy efficiency, solar, and stuff like that. You have a lot more flexibility. With affordable housing, you're kind of put in this box of what you can do from not only a budget standpoint, but from an architectural standpoint, a cost per unit standpoint, how big your unit, not big, but how many units you have on that site, depending on what tax credits you go with. So a lot of this shit, there's a lot of details that go on within this niche, quote unquote. Now, a lot of you guys, when you guys think of real estate, you guys think of realtors, you guys think of whatever the case may be, but there's a lot more that goes into real estate. There are so many different people working different avenues of what real estate can provide. You have your brokers, you have your realtors, then you have your then you have your lenders, then you have your debt and equity people, then you have what else do you have? You have architects, you have general contractors, you have people that work for the city, you have people like, real estate just consists of so much stuff that you can really pick any career you want within the field and make money from it, no matter what it is you do. If you want to do real estate, I advise you to figure out picking a niche that you want to do, and figuring out what it is you want to narrow your scope of focus on. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. And maybe it's not necessarily real estate, but if you know there's something out there that you definitely want to do, just understand what you're getting yourself into. I know what I'm getting myself into, but I didn't know it was going to be this in depth. I'll say that. I thought I knew a lot. I knew a decent amount, but there's still a lot for me to learn. But I just say that to say is that I'm continuously getting better each and every day, and there's always going to be different things that I'll be learning throughout the journey and the process that'll better prepare me and better suit me for the future. And for those of you guys that are listening, if there's something in this world that you guys want or aspire to be or aspire to become, it's all possible. Take off all those limits from you. Like, just eliminate all limits. Think of the impossible that you know you can do. Think about it like this. I guarantee you, there is somebody out there that has the car you want, the girl or guy you want, the house you want, the kind of money you want, the kind of lifestyle you want, the kind of family you want, the kind of car, or I already said cars, but the kind of freedom, the kind of way they travel. Somebody in this world has that life already. And for you to, whether you see them on social media or they're a relative or a friend of yours, they're no different from you. They were born into this world, same way you were. Came out the womb, came out the mother's womb. There's nothing that is different between you and them. You're both human at the end of the day. Y'all shit and piss the same. Y'all brush y'all teeth the same. They just have a set of beliefs, habits, and thoughts that have got them to where they are today. And you need to start implementing those thoughts, habits, and beliefs into your day-to-day life. And honestly, genuinely ask yourself, who can stop you? Who is stopping you? Only person stopping you is you. There is no limit to this shit. Imagine if you could think that everything you wanted was possible, how you would act, how you would walk, how you would talk, with there being no limits. Imagine how you would feel. You would feel free. You would feel like you could do whatever you want. You would feel like fucking Superman all the time. There is no limit. The only limits you have are the ones you place upon yourself or from other people. Do not let other people talk down on who you are, who you want to be, how you are today, or whatever the case may be. Focus on the pinnacle version of you and start acting like that person today. Act as if you're already that person right now. And see how the world around you will start to change. I started implementing this shit since I was like 17, 18. That's why I have the job I have. That's why I have the opportunities that I have. That's why I have the car that I have. That's why I make the kind of money that I have. That's why I have a great relationship within the industry that I have. That's why I have a great circle of friends around me that I have. And all these things started in here. If you can't see it in here, you won't see it out here. It all starts internally, I promise you. You probably heard the cliche saying several different times, but it's actually the truth. There are no limits. The only limits you have are the ones you place upon yourself. And the moment that you take those limits off and those barriers and those mental blocks away, you'll really start to feel free. And you feel like you can do anything in this fucking world you possibly can do. If there was something you always wanted to do, just get the fuck up and do it. Don't think about the worst outcome. Think about the best possible outcome. The moment you shift your mindset and say, there's no way that I could possibly lose, you'll start taking the actionable steps towards that goal because you believe it's possible. That's what it starts with. You believe that it's possible for you. If you don't believe it's possible for you and think, oh, they just got lucky, oh, they got handed an opportunity, you will always be a victim. And I don't want you guys to be a victim. I want you guys to be the CEO of your life and be able to get whatever the fuck you want because life is limitless. That's the video for today. Make sure you like, comment, and follow for more. And I'll see y'all in the next one.